It's official. California is now in a state of emergency over the severe drought hitting that state. As we reported yesterday, the entire state is experiencing the worst dry spell in more than a century, and there is no rain in the forecast. This comes as firefighters battle wildfires and fierce winds in the Los Angeles area that have forced thousands of residents from their homes.
As if Californians don't have enough to worry about, there's also the ever-present threat of earthquakes. 20 years ago today, the Northridge quake struck, killing 57 and causing tens of billions of dollars in damages. Still, most Californians don't have earthquake insurance. So what can be done about it? Jane Wells has more.
Hello, is anybody there?
2 off in the morning of January 17, 1994, there was no reply. The 6.7 earthquake crushed Los Angeles. 57 people died. Over 40,000 homes and buildings were damaged or destroyed. The economic impact totaled $49 billion, a record at the time.
The first pile you come to is where they're at.
Back then, many people walked away from their houses as total losses and home prices plummeted. Only 40% of Californians had expensive earthquake insurance. 20 years later, quake insurance costs even more, and fewer people have it.
It's stunning for a lot of people to realize that 90% of the homes out here in California have absolutely no protection for earthquake.
We were sitting in the living room and suddenly everything started shaking.
The state believes fewer than 1 million of California's 38 million residents has quake insurance. The Insurance Information Network of California said insurers paid out $15 billion in claims from the Northridge quake, or $24 billion in today's dollars. That figure exceeded all earthquake insurance premiums going back 30 years, and many companies stopped writing policies in California. Now, some homeowners believe federal taxpayers will bail them out in a disaster.
Government assistance falls short of that. It doesn't rebuild a home.
Then there's the problem of privately owned commercial buildings. No law has been passed in Los Angeles forcing landlords to make expensive upgrades. And while new construction has to meet new standards, it's all a matter of location, location, location. Hundreds of millions of dollars of new construction in Hollywood is going up on top of 2 newly discovered fault lines. Developers say geologists have detected no active quake activity, but opponents disagree.
This is an arrow in the heart of the most ill-conceived, dangerous, and reckless project in recent memory in the city of Los Angeles.
The anniversary has spurred the state to spend more to map the cracks and crevices under California's surface. After all, before 1994, no one knew about the fault that rocked Northridge.
And the people of LA should be cautious because earthquakes are just around the corner.
It's never a question of if, but when. For Nightly Business Report, Jane Wells, Northridge.